Lesotho is preparing to hold the biggest braai festival. The gathering promises to be a sizzling affair with attendees in for a weekend of music and meat. Maletsunyane Braai Festival Organiser Leeto Potiane is in studio and tells us more about this delectable event. Leeto, appreciate your time. This is obviously very exciting, but let's talk about the origins of this Braai Festival. I think it's in its 4th or 5th year now.
It's for its 5th year. It started with a few friends just meeting to just overlook the falls. And since, campers love camping, we set up tents with the idea it was just for the boys. And, the concept, as boys generally talk, is we need to introduce people to Lesotho. Yeah. And furthermore to that, we need to introduce people to camping. So, we then invited more people, to come and join us for the festival. And that's the birth of Maletsunyane Braai Festival. So it's meat, camping, and beautiful Lesotho backdrops.
Yeah, so let's talk about the Maletsunyane Falls. This obviously is one of the prize possessions, if you will, of Lesotho. It's one of those places that you want to visit. Tell us a little bit more about it.
So in Lesotho, it's a nation of water. So, you've got the Katse dams, you've got the Mohale dams, and amongst those dams, you also have the Maletsunyane Falls, which has got one of the longest abseilings in the African continent. So, it is a beautiful drop that we have. It's in the background from the camping festival that we host, with mountains to back it up. So definitely the fall is one of the draw cards for Lesotho, working on the water nation.
It has been voted one of the 50 most beautiful places to visit in Africa.
Definitely. I know I enjoy the backdrop.
Yeah.
I enjoy the falls a lot.
So let's talk about the event. When is it? How do people get tickets? How does participation work?
So we have an online ticket sales, Maletsunyane Braai Festival .co.ls. Tickets range between 500 day passes to 900 inclusive of the full weekend festival and camping included into that. So it's a music event. So you arrive on the Friday. From the Friday, we start off the day with a hike down to the falls, to expose, South Africans, and Botswana, and, it's an African festival. It's a 2-hour hike down to the fall where we allow you to cleanse your sins for the year in the waters of Lesotho, and then another 2-hour hike where we then have some meat on the grill waiting for you on your return. And then we have a music festival where we'll have the likes of Sen El Musician, opening up the festival on Friday, and then we'll then have many other, artists coming from Swaziland, Botswana, and Lesotho, and obviously South Africa, but we predominantly do push the South African sound. We want, the Lesotho sound, we definitely want people to experience what Lesotho has to offer, as a nation.
So let's talk about who typically comes to the Braai Festival. Is it a specific type of individual? Is it open to anybody? It's
open to anyone. We've seen a change. We see more families coming now. Predominantly,
so it's family friendly.
It's family friendly. We've been, designed it for campers, but we actually do want to introduce people to the camping environment. So we invite anybody and everybody. We are not particular to any particular, individual. As long as if you are willing to enjoy and be part of, the festival, we are more than happy to have anyone and everyone.
Now traditionally for us, we love the outdoors, but camping is not typical, right? So what are some of the skills that you need to harness before you come out, or is it just even if you're a novice and you've never camped before?
The fortunate thing is we have lovely partners that we have. We have a few camping companies that we are partnered with who make it an easy transition for non-campers to come in, where you'll find an already erected tent with inflatable mattresses. It's not all bad. You don't sleep on the floor. Many have even said it's almost like sleeping at home. The only difference is you have a beautiful window to look at the Maletsunyane Fall itself.
Window to the world.
To the world. So it's definitely a lovely thing. So you have avid campers who know how to set it up themselves, and then anything else, you can definitely book through companies like Native Campers, who will then facilitate your full camping experience and create an experience for you to enjoy the festival without having to worry about tents and sleeping arrangements. Pretty much everything is then sorted for you.
Now, the other thing that you mentioned is that there is a hike. It's 2 hours down to the falls and another 2 hours up. Just how much prep do people need to go through to be ready for 4 hours of hiking? Is that what sort of terrain is it?
It's from a South African perspective, we would call this a moderate hike. The terrain is very rocky but very steep. Obviously, you're descending going down to the fall, and then you ascending to come up. So the ascending is generally where people struggle, because we need to kill our macabres after the meat we eat, So we try to work it off on you. But beyond the hike alone, we have multiple activities. We have quad biking, we have horse riding, which is a very cultural thing for Basotho. So we try to incorporate a lot of activities. Unlike many other camping festivals, we make it a proactive festival. So we try to incorporate new campers into the environment. So like I said, you definitely have the hike incorporated into the festival. You have the quad biking. There's even 4x4, testing of vehicles, not the city driving we do in Joburg here, So we take it off-road a little bit there in Lesotho.
Well, just give us a reminder again, what are the dates? If people want information on how much to pay, what gear do you require, just how prepared do you need to be? Where do they get that information?
The information is on the website, Maletsunyane Braai Festivals.co.ls. The dates are 24th of November till the 26th of November. There's not much prepping depending on how and what package you go with. But prepping, you would need a tent. There are multiple tents that you can occupy or pre-order, get from your local stores in Joburg or any country you come from. And you just literally just need a tent and how you're going to sleep. I would definitely recommend anyone who hasn't camped, to book with a company that does the first initiation for you, because it makes it easier, and then next time it becomes a lot easier to interact. But definitely bring your hiking shoes. We have climate that changes like Cape Town. So, it may rain, it may get a little dusty, it may, also be cold at night.
So you just need to prepare for the outdoors.
Prepare for the outdoors. You're in the outdoors.
Well, fantastic. Thanks so much for coming on to the show.
No, thank you very much. There you go.
Maletsunyane Braai Festival Organiser Leeto Potiane talking to us about that festival, which is happening in a few weeks' time.